Okay, guys. Now that we've discussed the 10 C's of survival and the 5 redundancies that you have to have in your kit. Now I'm going to go off into what is more elective. And I'm going to talk in a more generalized sense. Okay? When the shit hits the fan, there's going to be basically 5 different types of people. You're going to have the people that are your hunters and your warriors. These are the people, like me, these are the people that are going to make our living off of making things bleed. Whether it's an animal or a person, we are going to be the guys taking the meat. We're going to be the guys fighting to defend our families and our homes and our areas. That's what we will be doing. So people like me are typically going to be bigger men, not just men, but larger men, or at least stronger men, who can handle the weight of a pack, of a true warrior pack. Now, what's in a warrior pack? Pretty much you're going to find a bunch of blades, you're going to find a bunch of ammo, and not much else. Okay? There's going to be, there's going to be other things in your pack, obviously. There's going to be your survival kit, which is what we just went over. But, you're going to have weapons, you're going to have ammo, and that's pretty much going to be what you do. And then there's the second part, or the second class. And these are your nurses and doctors class. Basically, these are the people that are going to be sewing up people like me after we get shot at and or stabbed. Okay, so we're going to need nurses and doctors to sew us up. And so if you are in that class, guess what's going to be in your pack most of the time? You're going to have suture kits, you're going to have quick clot, you're going to have things like this. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should carry quick clot. Absolutely carry quick clot. But, the nurses and doctors will be pretty much be the ones carrying a bunch of quick clot. They will be the ones that have a bunch of gauze, a bunch of quick clot, a bunch of suture kits. These types of things. So if you're a nurse doctor's type, guess what? Stock your pack up with things that you have that you will use in your field, in your trade. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, so I can't tell you what you'll be carrying. Exactly. I'm telling you that you're going to need sutures, you're going to need bandages, you're going to need quick clot. Those are the first 3 things that hit the top of my head. Then the third person is going to be the more domestic type. In days past and in days old, they were called cookie. Basically what they do is they do all the domestic things. They do all the cleaning, the cooking, they keep the fires going, they keep morale high by serving good food. They're the camp life. That's what they do. Also very important. I'm not so much one of those types, so obviously I'm not going to be able to tell you what to carry, but I will tell you, if you are a cookie, you're probably going to be carrying mostly food. You're going to be in the supply train, if you will. So you're going to be dealing with food. You're going to be dealing with pots and pans and stuff like that. I would caution you to try to reduce your weight as much as possible, because cookie is most likely going to be carrying the most weight. So, understand that. Understand that a lot of the things that you'll need as a cook, you can literally just whittle right out of a tree, like serving spoons and forks and all that stuff. So, understand that so that you don't have to carry it. Your fourth class of people will be your merchants. These guys are going to be your traders. These guys are probably going to be cycling around the countryside, getting items and goods and trading them later to other people for other goods and items. So, these are the people that you're going to eventually be dealing with like you would Walmart. They are going to be pretty much your traveling Walmart. So if you're one of those people, most likely you won't have a bug out bag per se. You're probably going to have a bug out vehicle. And if you are planning on doing that type of a thing, that's more power to you. But there's a lot of risk with that, just inherently. And I'm not going to get so far into that, because you probably already know what you're doing. The last type of person that you're going to find is your merchant. Outside of your merchants is going to be your craftsmen. Now, craftsmen are pretty much, they're a strange blend, and each one of these three different disciplines are separated now in our society, but in societies past they were not. They were all pretty much the same. And when I'm talking about your craftsmen, I'm talking about your engineers, I'm talking about your bookworms, and I'm talking about your guys that, well, like the blacksmiths, that just, that's what they did. They made stuff all day long. Kind of like a factory worker. A factory worker makes stuff all day long. That's all he does. And that's honestly going to need to be done again. So you're going to need blacksmiths, you're going to need these types of people. Now, if you're a blacksmith, or you're a engineer type, or you're a bookworm, there are three things that you're going to need. You're going to need materials, you're going to need tools to work the material, and you're probably going to need manuals or books with you to help tell you how to work X material. So that will be pretty much your thing. So that's what's going to be in your pack, most likely. So really, it's kind of dependent on what skill level you have and what skills you have to tell you what you will be. Me personally, I have a lot of logic capabilities, and I've been studying and researching for a long time now. So I have gotten the tools that I need to allow me to be a craftsman type later on. I also have a lot of the abilities that a warrior would need, so I've delved into that too. So I've kind of cross-trained between those two. I have some medical, not much, not really enough to really write home about, but if I have to, I can probably sew my own arm up if I have to or something. But mostly I'm a craftsman and warrior type. So what's going to be in my bag? Ammo. What else is going to be in my bag? Tools. You know? So, but I'm a bigger guy, so I can handle the weight. So it's up to you, and it's up to you what you want to carry. But always carry the very basic survival kit. You should be fine. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.